This is my executive summary for Aggie Investments. So, as a consultant for Aggie Investments, I'm helping to seek and determine the viability and profitability of entering a short term rental market in Nashville, Tennessee. My goal is to help the firm to identify the best investment opportunities, optimal property types, and strategies for managing these properties effectively within the rapidly growing market. I used two data sources. The first one was Airbnb Nashville Properties, which provided information about active Airbnb listings in Nashville, including the listing's attributes, host details, pricing, reviews, and other factors that could influence a rental decision. Then I also used the Open Weather Maps air quality by location, and this data set provided air quality data for specific locations in Nashville, which is useful for assessing the living conditions and desirability of certain areas, which I eventually combined these two data sources together. So in Module 1, I focused on data cleansing. The Airbnb and air quality data sets were imported, explored, and I joined them together using their ID. From there, variables were categorized by type, unnecessary columns were dropped, and transformations were applied. And I created a new days host column to represent actual number instead of just a date, and converted all the true and false variables to zeros and ones, so it allowed for mathematical computations. And then I created visualizations such as blocks plots, bar charts, and scatter plots to analyze trends and distributions to ensure interpretability. And as a result, the visualizations reveal patterns such as neighborhood listings concentrations, where District 19 had the most common neighborhood listings and District 32 had the least, as you can see in the top graph. And then joining the air quality um, data source with the other one allowed for transformations to be enabled and analysis to be done while ensuring privacy. And the data set is now clean, free from sensitive information, and provides clear insights into the Airbnb trends and was ready for further analysis. In Module 2, I analyzed the data set and looked deeper into room type, neighborhood, cleanse, and accommodates and compared them all to price. I then found the descriptive statistics for each one and observed the median price and compared them. And then from there, I created more visualizations to look into the distributions of the variables and gain more insight. Next, I handled missing data and outliers by filling NaN values for those columns, putting the variable through simple imputation, and created log transformations to reduce the impact of further outliers. This helped maintain accuracy and reliability. From there, as a result, room type, I found that the hotel had the highest median price of $227 and private room had the lowest median price of $73, which you can see in that top graph. Neighborhood cleanse, the top three neighborhoods with the median price for District 2 at $225, District 17 at $209, and District 19 at $202, and you can see in the bottom graph. It accommodates as the number of people that Airbnb can accommodate, the price increases. So one person, median price is 45, and 16 people, the median price is 428. In Module 3, I went through three steps. The first one was a correlation analysis and t-test. I addressed outliers that remained and transformed them through a square root transformation to make sure the distributions were more normal, and created a Spearman correlation to look at the correlation between all variables and identified which ones were the most important with higher correlations. Next, I did an association rules analysis where I looked at qualitative variables in the data set, and I generated frequent item sets from dichotomous variables and found association rules that are insightful. Next, I did clustering and performed a clustering analysis on specific data that would contribute to the analysis that wasn't redundant. I dummy coded and scaled all variables so certain variables won't dominate the distance calculations when performing k-means clustering. And then from there, I performed the k-means clustering and found that 6 clusters was the optimal number through the elbow rule. As a result, the Spearman correlation analysis, I found the most important variable to consider with price are accommodates, bathrooms, bed, review score ratings, and availability. Under association rules, I found that price and availability had the higher confidence rules and lifts. And in the cluster analysis, I found that 6 clusters was optimal and that cluster 2 is the best cluster to focus on with higher prices, received good reviews, and higher capacity, as you can see in that top graph. I recommend that Aggie Investments look into properties that have a higher occupancy or accommodates level. These properties have proven for higher profitability. They receive more positive reviews, which is crucial for attracting bookings and maintaining a positive reputation. And lastly, the more guests you can accommodate, the more your rental income will be. In Module 2, I identify the higher trends that as accommodate goes up, the median price goes up. As you can see in these two visualizations, Cluster 2 is proven to be the most profitable and have the better successes. They have more people can accommodate, better prices, and better review scores.